In the previous video, we learned how to apply bookmark links to our site so our viewers could quickly scroll to the content they were looking for. When using WebEasy's built-in bookmark feature, it only allows you to create bookmark links within one particular page. If you want a bookmark that links to content on another page, we have to get a little creative and type in some custom code. Before we create the actual bookmark links, we need to make sure that our pages have been assigned a unique file name, with the exception of the home page since it must keep its default name. For a detailed explanation on how to apply file names to web pages, please watch the video in the description area or click on the link provided in this video. After customizing the file names, we will go to the page we want to link to, right-click on the workspace, hover over the Select option, and choose Deselect All. If Deselect All is not visible, it's okay for us to skip this step and move on to the next. Now let's open the Inspector tool by pressing Ctrl-K and open the Properties tab. Under the Web Page section, we'll double-click on the value column next to File Name. Copy the file name text and click Cancel. At this point, we can go back to the original page and set up the first bookmark link. Select the desired object, click on the upper half of the link icon, and choose Internet Web Page. Now we can paste in the code that we had copied earlier. Immediately following the file name, we need to enter the pound or number sign. This will let the browser know that we are going to look for a bookmark link on the next page. Next, we will enter a bookmark identifier immediately after the pound sign. Since we currently don't have a bookmark link on the next page, we can create one now. I'll call it About Us Text. Unlike the previous tutorial, we must only use lowercase letters because of how WebEasy will treat this code. At this point, the link will open the second page and go to the bookmark identifier specified here. But if we want the bookmark on the second page to link back to this one, we need to create an identifier for this object. To do that, we will need to modify the default behavior of WebEasy's code. The details of how this will work is rather complicated, but as long as you follow the instructions exactly, you'll be just fine. If you make a mistake, it may cause visual defects when you preview your site, but you will never actually lose any of your work. Simply delete the link that you have created and start over. With that being said, let's type in the following code. Double quote, name in all lowercase, equals, double quote. Immediately after the second double quote, we will create a bookmark identifier for the current object. I'll enter original bookmark link. Now we can click OK to save the changes. We should get a warning about the format of the link we just created, but it doesn't apply to us, so let's click OK. Before moving on to the second page, let's deselect all objects and look at the current page file name. In this case, the page is named index.html. Let's remember that name and move on to the second page. We no longer need the Inspector tool, so let's go ahead and close it. Now we can select an object that will be used as the second bookmark link. Again, we will need to open the link dialog box and select the Internet Web Page option. Now type in the file name of the previous page, which in my case is index.html. Then enter the pound sign followed by the bookmark identifier of the first bookmark link. Now enter double quote, name, equals, double quote. This will be followed by the identifier we had created for this bookmark link on the previous page. If you have trouble remembering how the custom link works, the file name we enter here is the page we will go to, The first identifier is the object that the browser scrolls to on the next page, and lastly is the identifier of the current object. Now click OK to save the changes, and click OK again to acknowledge the warning. At this point, we can preview the page to make sure our bookmark links are working.